Morning, boys and girls, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas. Today we have a story from the Bible. It's from the book of Nehemiah and the book of Psalms. And it talks about a time when it had been 70 years since the people of Israel had been taken into captivity. Now, 70 years is a long time. It's longer than many of your grandmas and grandpas maybe even have been alive. And so the people of Israel, some of them didn't even remember that they came from the land of Israel. But God sent his prophet Nehemiah, and he told him he was going to send him back to their land. Well, Nehemiah was the king's cupbearer. That means he had to taste everything before the king did that was in his cup to make sure it wasn't poison. And the king noticed that Nehemiah was kind of sad. And the king said, "Why are you sad, Nehemiah?" And Nehemiah said, "Well, you've said we can go back to our land, but the reports I've gotten have told me that the land where we lived, everything has been destroyed. Even our beautiful temple." The king saw that this really made Nehemiah very sad. And he said, "I'll help you." He said, "I'll give you money and protection, and I'll even give you some of the silver goblets that were stolen from the temple some 70 years ago." And so Nehemiah, along with some volunteers and some soldiers, started out and went back to the land of Israel. And yes, they saw, indeed, it had been destroyed. This picture shows us how there's hardly any rocks for even a small wall. And at first the people were very discouraged that we're with Nehemiah. But Nehemiah told them, he said, God has promised that he will help us and he will protect us. So Nehemiah did something. He divided his helpers into two groups. One group, he gave them swords and shields. And he said, "You're going to watch and keep guard, while the rest of us work on rebuilding the temple. That way we don't have to worry. And God is going to protect us." And that's exactly what happened. And only 52 days later, they had rebuilt the temple. Isn't that amazing? Something that had been just smashed to smithereens now had been restored. And the people who were with Nehemiah, they were so happy. And if we turn to Psalms 126, we will hear what they said when God protected them. It said, "When the Lord brought back his exiles," that means the people of Israel who'd been sent away to Jerusalem, "it was like a dream. We were filled with laughter, and we sang for joy. And the other nations around said, 'What amazing things that their God, the Lord, has done for them.' Yes, the Lord has done amazing things for us. What joy." Today, you and I, we're wondering when this time of COVID, this disease, is going to be over. Now, it hasn't been 70 years, thank goodness. But it has gone on now. This is beginning the 7th month, which seems like a very long time, even to me, and probably to all of you. But you know, God said he's going to restore us. We don't know exactly when, but we can pray that God will keep his word to help us overcome this virus so that we can sing and laugh and be together again just like the people here in the Bible, where they laughed and thanked God for bringing them back together. And I hope it will be soon that you and I can be together again too. Thanks for your good attention. Bye-bye now.